Hi team, Coach Yuji here discussing to you week 6 day 1 of HomeCon Plus. Alright, we're heading on straight to that warm up with just a few body weight movements and stretches. We're starting off with that puppy dog pose. Alright, so from high plank, just move your hands forward, leave those hips up, armpits to the ground. From here, one arm under and to the side, chest down, thread the needle. Other side. Next, we're going for scapular push-ups. That means staying on your high plank and have your knees on the ground, or if you want that added challenge, knees off the ground, arms are straight, don't shrug up, shoulders go down and up. Alright, after that, you're standing up, you're doing alternating reverse lunges. So from here, step back, hips are square, try not to lean on one side, alternating on that. After that, 15 air squats, hips go back and down. The last one is an inchworm plus 3 push-ups. Keep those legs straight. You're doing all of that, guys. After that, make sure to grab a sip of water. We're heading on to your strength portion of the day. Alright guys, welcome to your strength portion of the day. We are doing 3 movements performed as a superset, meaning no rest in between those movements. After doing those 3 movements or 1 set, then you are resting 60 seconds to 90 seconds, then going on for the next set until all the sets as prescribed in the workout below are done. Alright, so let's head on over to those 3 movements. It's split squats, tempo push-ups, and single arm dumbbell row. I'll show variations for that as well. Alright guys, for those split squats, you can either use a barbell if you have one. If you don't have a barbell, you can have 2 dumbbells or a rucksack. If you don't have 2 dumbbells, 1 dumbbell is fine as well. I'll show you those variations. First off with that barbell. Back rack on that one, split squat, down and up. Switch legs, same thing. Alright, if you're using 2 dumbbells, dumbbell on your front rack or on your shoulders here, same thing. Split stance, so on and so forth. If you're using 1 dumbbell, let's go for a goblet squat hold. Same thing with your rucksack, goblet squat, hold on that, split stance, and perform the split squats. Alright? So what we want to focus on those split squats. Okay? Unlike the lunges, we want to be leaning slightly forward, and we want to have our knees slightly going forward as well. Our shins aren't that straight, unlike the lunges. Alright? So it's going to look like this again. So split stance right here, more weight focused on that front leg. Knees hit the ground. Again, slightly leaning forward like a squat or a back squat. Knees are also a bit forward on that. Drive through that front leg, which is our focus. Stand up and extend. Right? We are targeting our hips, glutes, and quads on this one, alright? So again, if you want to stay upright on that, chest is up, whether you're using a dumbbell, barbell, or a rucksack. Alright? Next up, let's go for those tempo push-ups. Okay, we're doing tempo push-ups. We're doing a tempo of 3 seconds going down, 2-second hold at the bottom, aggressively pressing up, and only 1 second rest at the top before you go into your next rep. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to focus on for today. Shoulders are back and down. We don't want to be shrugging up as we do our push-ups. Okay, we want to relax those shoulders by bringing those shoulders back, then down. Alright, so it's active shoulders even during a push-up. Alright, so from here, so 3 seconds going down. From high plank, that's 1, 2, 3. From here, chest doesn't hit the ground. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, up, so on and so forth. All right, that 2-second hold at the bottom, guys, let's avoid getting our knees hit the floor, and let's avoid getting that chest lying on the floor too much. Okay, if ever, maybe just an inch or half an inch hovering off from the ground. All right, to really feel that time under tension concept. All right, that's your tempo push-ups. Next up, let's go for that single arm dumbbell. Okay, for that row, you would be needing 1 dumbbell. If you don't have a dumbbell ready and available there, you can also opt for a barbell row and a rucksack row. Okay, I'll show you what those are first. Dumbbell row. Make sure to do the other side as well. Again, if you don't have a dumbbell, you can use and opt for a barbell. From here, bend down. Or a rucksack row. Alright, so those are your 3 options for the day. For the single arm dumbbell row, what we want to see here, we also for the barbell row, we want to avoid shrugging up. Alright, so it's the same thing during those tempo push-ups. We don't want that shrug up. Okay, we want to focus a lot of that on our back and scapulas. That means pulling those scapulas back as our elbows go up. Okay, elbows go past the ribs every single time. Squeeze at the top before going on to the next rep. So same thing here, again, no shrugging up, shoulders back and down. Okay, from here, elbows past the ribs, squeeze at the top before going back down for the next rep. Alright, so those are your single arm dumbbell rows or barbell rows. Just go through along that. Again, superset, no rest in between those movements. Alright, after this, rest up, sip of water, get ready for your conditioning piece. Hey guys, welcome back for your conditioning piece or metcon for today. So it's just 2 movements. It's an AMRAP, burpee box jump overs, and single arm dumbbell thrusters. Let's head on to those burpee box jump overs. Again, if you don't have a box, there will be options for you. I'll show you that as well. So burpee box jump overs, you can either do this lateral or box to your side, or you can do it box facing burpees. Really up to you on this one. So again, a burpee, chest and thighs hit the floor. Stand up, jump. Jump to the other side, that's 1. That's 2. Okay, if you don't have a box available, okay, perform the following skills or substitutes by priority. If you have a bench or a stool, you can do the same thing. Lateral or stool, chair facing. If you don't have an available stool or chair as well, since we are using a dumbbell or a barbell later on, have that implement there. So on and so forth. Even a rucksack is okay. The last scale, if you don't have any equipment, is a burpee to a high jump. So what will that look like? Burpee first. Jump as high as you can every single time. Alright? It gives you that feeling of jumping over something. Alright? Those are your 3 substitutes to your burpee box jump over. Alright? 2-foot takeoff every single time, guys. Let's focus on that jump. Let's not skip over the implement. Alright? So let's head over to that single arm dumbbell thruster. Alright guys, single arm dumbbell thrusters. The workout calls for a single arm. That means using a dumbbell. But if you don't have a dumbbell, we can go for a barbell or a rucksack as well. I'll show you those 3 movements. First, so single arm. 1 arm on your shoulder. Squat, punch up, squat, punch up, squat, punch up. Finish the amount of reps for 1 arm before moving on to the next as as well. All right. Again, if you don't have a dumbbell, you can opt for barbell thrusters here, or rucksack thrusters. All right. So what I want you guys to focus on that dumbbell thruster. First, muscle activation. You want to get a good front rack on that one, so I want you guys to squeeze those scapulas back to promote using those lats to support that weight, not just your shoulders. All right. Full range of motion is next. We want to get all the way down on that squat. No partial squats here. All the way down and stand up strong. All right. So on these thrusters, I want you to find a load that you can go unbroken per arm based on the rep scheme on the workout below. Again, do one arm first, then go on for the next arm after resting. For the barbell movements, we will increase the weights, the reps just a bit, maybe just a few reps on that. The guide is down below, so check that out, guys. And then for the stimulus, we want to be able to move through the movements in a smooth and continuous manner with minimal rest in between movements. If you're resting too long between thrusters, that means the weight may be too heavy for you, and I want you guys to scale down. All right, so make sure to warm up to all of those movements, and let's hit that strategy and your target. All right, guys, let's discuss strategy and how you're supposed to attack this workout. Just a warning, the thrusters will burn you out. Okay, together with those box jump overs, your legs, hips, and lungs will be burning. All right, use the burpees to rest. All right, so that means pace the burpee box jump overs or whichever variation you're doing as compared to sprinting it. Okay, focus more on those thrusters and give more effort to it, and try and rest during those burpee box jump overs. Your target here is trying to reach the 5th round. That's already a good score. Okay, if you can finish the 5th round and reach the 6th, all the better. All right, so everyone, warm up to it, have fun, plan out your workout. Good luck. All right, guys, welcome to your accessory work for the day. It's just 2 movements, all targeting those biceps or those guns. All right, so we're starting off with barbell or dumbbell curls. So grabbing that barbell, supinated grip, that means palms facing away from you, shoulders back and down, elbows clipped to your side so it doesn't move, it's just your lower arm that moves. So from here, I want you guys to think of drawing a half circle with your forearm. So from here, curl up, control on the way down, curl up, control on the way down, up and down for the amount of reps based on the workout. After every set, I would like you guys to rest 60 seconds before heading on to the next set. Finish all of this movement first, or the sets first, before heading on to accessory number 2. If you don't have a barbell, you can opt for a dumbbell. You can go for double dumbbell on that. Same thing and same things to focus on. Or single dumbbell, just switch arms after doing 1 rep for that side. Alright, rucksack curls should be okay as well. Maybe you have a suitcase that you can curl as well. Water bottles, like a 2-liter water bottle, that can be a good substitute as well. Alright, so rest up, again 60 seconds, head on to accessory 2. Accessory 2, guys, are hammer curls. Okay, you would be needing dumbbells for this. Alright, I'll show you what this is first, and I'll show you the barbell variation for that up next. So hammer curls, same thing with those dumbbell curls, but this time palms are facing you. Okay, on the sides, think of holding a hammer, same thing. Arms clipped to the sides, curl up, curl up, curl up. Okay, for the hammer curls, we're now hitting the outer head of that bicep as compared to the inner head on those dumbbell and barbell curls. If you don't have a dumbbell, your next best option would be a barbell, but this time, compared to those first barbell curls where we are shoulder width apart, okay, you want that grip to be slightly narrower from here. Elbows are slightly in front now, flip to your ribs. Same thing, curl up, curl up. What you want to avoid here is leaning forward or rounding your back. Keep the chest up, back straight, curl and curl. Okay, Let's avoid dropping that weight. We want to control that weight. That also adds tension to our muscles and builds them as well. All right, so finish all those sets. Again, rest 60 seconds in between, and let's head on to your cool down. All right guys, welcome to your cool down. That was a tough workout. Let's start off with that pigeon stretch to open up and stretch out your hips. So make sure your hips are square. Hind leg is fully extended back, chest to the ground. Hold for the amount of seconds. Make sure to switch and do the other side. Then we're going for that lizard stretch. That means a lunge position. Same thing, hind leg is fully extended. Forearms to the ground if you can. If you can't, just arms on the ground or hands on the ground is perfectly fine. All right, next up, puppy dog pose. Same thing during our warm up. Hips stay high and up, stretching the upper back and lats. Crawl your hands forward, armpits to the ground. Hold for a few seconds. Next up, head onto your tabletop position. Let's go for thread the needle. One arm under the other, chest goes down. Hold. Make sure to do this for the other side as well. The last one, sumo, relaxed sumo squat stretch. Okay, so from here, make sure your legs are a bit wider than normal. Head at the bottom of your squat. Round that back, relax your back to stretch out that lower back, all right? Stay here just to decompress that lower back. Once you're all done with this, you are done for the day. Thank you for doing the workout, guys. Thank you for doing HomeCon Plus. Let's stay safe, let's stay healthy, and I'll see you again next time. Bye, guys.